Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
Champ is here. The champ is here.
Thank you.
I think we all feel like champs. I
We
feel
all
amazing,
feel like
Roberto.
champs.
Check this
We
shit
do.
out, baby.
Fuck yeah,
I just got the UFC belt. I got the old belt. I got the UFC cap, UFC 300 shirt, and I got a Prime UFC 300 energy drink. Real
Woo!
fight fan shit, baby. Real
Let's
fight fans
go.
right here.
Let's
I thought you were going to say
go.
lesbians. Let's go, baby. Let's do this shit.
Go. Yeah.
That's
What's
how
up,
stoked-
y'all?
That's how stoked UFC 300 had me, bro. I bought the new belt and I bought all this swag and I'm out here testifying, bro. Tonight we're going to testify what we just witnessed.
Hell yeah. Well, welcome to the show. This is episode number 210. 210 episode right now in effect. As always, I am Robert Villa, and with me I have Mark Ambu Miller, David Rodriguez, and Rudy Lara. What's cracking, y'all? I know
What's
Rudy's
cracking,
happy.
fellas? It's cracking. I'm super happy, bro. I'm super happy. I love this thing.
Hell yeah. Well, let's get right to it. Shout out to HKA USA, HKAUSA.com. Go show your support to them as they show support to us. Try to say that 10 times fast. Also to our streaming partners, of course, Triller TV, Flow Combat, ESPN Plus, DAZN, and MMA TV. Also, shout out to the promotions that we are partnered with. Go check them out. I have the tab there at the website. There's a lot of them, so go check
What
them out.
website is that?
FightBookMMA.com. Go to FightBookMMA.com. Also, if you want to get some nice supplements, go to FoxHoundFuel.com or click our QR code so that way you can get 20% off all your purchases. Use our discount code FBMMA in all caps. Also, for the fellas, if you want to have some comfortable underwear, go to my boy's website, John Tyler. Go to johntyler.com or click the flyer at the bottom of the website. And for all your purchases, use our discount code FIGHTBOOK in all caps, and you'll get 20% off. Also, Rudy,
for your CBD needs. That's hard to say. CBD needs. Shell Shock CBD. Use code FIGHTBOOK FBMMA for 10% off. I think they have a bunch of sales going on right now, so check them out. The fan favorite is the Shell Shock CBD lube. It's only $34.99, and it works better than you think. It works better than you think. Trust me.
Get down,
It works, and it works well with the FightBook MMA condoms.
There you go.
You can get those on our website as well. Go to the merch shop. There you go.
Go to the merch shop. Click our QR code. Show your support. You'll get a hat. You'll get a T-shirt. And if it's not there, then you don't want it. No, I'm just kidding. If you want, if it's not there, let me know. We'll make it happen. We got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got whatever it is that you want. I can
Doing
make it
maple
happen.
syrup.
Yeah,
We
just
got what?
Maple syrup.
Oh, I heard
We have-
maple syrup. I was like, what is this
also
dude
if
on?
if you want to buy us a cup of coffee, click the QR code there. Donate a penny, $1, $5, whatever you can. You know
A
that
UFC
helps
belt.
us to keep that that helps us to keep the stream going and the website going. So go check it out, please. All right, guys, for the upcoming events and the MMA, kickboxing, grappling, Muay Thai category. Friday, April 19th, we have Octagon 57, Cool versus Zane. Also on Friday, our friends from across the pond won Friday Fights 59. That is going to be streaming live at Fight Book MMA. And your boy right here is going to have all the live results. Also streaming on Fight Book MMA, the next two events. We have Dynasty Combat Sports, Spring Brawl 2024. And our friends, Mr. Dale Cook. He's going to have an event, XFN 393. And this is going to be the first ever bare knuckle fight. They're going to have a bare knuckle fight. They're going to have a kickboxing fights. They're going to have MMA fights. And of course, our boy Arlo Jumper is going to be covering that event. So Fight Book MMA is going to be in the house. Look out for that recap and results. That one's also going to be streaming live at Fight Book MMA. So go check it out. Also on Friday, we have PFL 3, the 2024 regular season. On Saturday, streaming live at Fight Book MMA, OKC Submission Wars. Then our friends, our buddies out there at Brave Combat, they have an event, Brave CF 81. Shout out to Shahid and the Prince and our boy Carlos Kramer and Kirik and
And
damn it, I
everybody at
can't.
Brave.
And everybody at Brave. I mean, they're all our buddies out there. So yes. And last but not least, we have Cage Warriors 171 in the boxing bare knuckle slap fighting category, streaming live on Fight Book MMA on April 19th, Friday, Crypto Fight Night 4, Ansem versus Barney. Live on the Zone,
Crypto
pay-per-view.
Fight Night 4. Hold
Yes,
up.
sir.
What is that? What is that?
It's boxing.
And crypto fight. I'm assuming they're getting paid in crypto.
Probably, bro.
I want to know about that.
Hopefully not.
I want to know more about it. And like, what are you getting paid with? Like Dogecoin?
Dogecoin. Yeah, probably. Also on Saturday, live in New York on the Zone.
It's
This is gonna be
Saturday night.
It's a title fight. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that tonight.
This is going to be an epic night because we're going to have a lot to say about Mr. Ryan Garcia. They're going to be fighting for Haney's WBC junior welterweight title. And of course, live in London, Sam Noakes versus Ivan Mendy. This is a 12-rounder in the lightweight division. I'm not sure where this is going to be streaming. I know it's going to be happening in London. So if you really, really want to see it, Google it.
Damn. Kind of rude there, bro.
All right, guys. As we always say, David, what do we say about all these fights, man?
We know there's no UFC this weekend, but no excuse. You got to be a real fight fan. You better be watching every single second of every round of every fight, every event that Rob just mentioned. Defending Conor McGregor's legacy on Twitter, beefing with people. You know what I mean? You got to do it all. And Rudy Lara, what else you got to do?
Bro, you got to buy a UFC hat, official 300 swag. You got to buy yourself a UFC 100 belt and get yourself a bottle of UFC 300 Prime. And I don't even think you can get these anymore. And I have several of them. We might be raffling them off.
Let's go. And you
you
got
know
to
what?
have
Not a
the
real-
old UFC belt.
Yeah, you have to have the old one too.
Yeah.
I would pick it up, but it's kind of heavy. But
Yeah.
if you don't do all that shit, folks, Not a real fight fan. You got to do the Fuck It Friday challenge too. If you don't do the Fuck It Friday challenge, it doesn't count. Doesn't
Yeah,
count.
so just
It does not.
because there's no UFC, of course, you can just put Roadhouse on repeat and watch that as well and drink.
Really? Really?
It's gotta
Yeah,
start
we'll go
at
for that
6 in the
again.
morning and it's gotta end at 12 midnight.
Yeah, it's like Roadhouse, and then you have old fights. That's what you got to do. You got to rotate it out. Roadhouse,
Yeah,
old
you
fights.
can
You
watch
have to.
old
You know.
UFC fights when they had this
Yeah.
belt.
Gotta have
Yeah.
Fight
This-
Pass. You gotta get the reruns through Spike TV. I mean, Access TV, all the WEC events. You have to.
And then you got to switch it up. Though, like I said, you got to go over to Twitter, defend McGregor's legacy, start beefing with people, then go back to watching Roadhouse, old fights. You got,
and
make it happen.
sandwich fights of the night.
Oh,
You got to have your sandwiches, bro. You got to make a sandwich.
You have to. You have to.
We should start
Yeah.
doing
Speaking
that. We
of-
should start making like sandwiches based on like sandwich recipes based on the sandwich fight of the night. You know,
That
the
would be
fights that we thought were
hilarious.
sandwich fights of the night. Just make
Dude.
weird
That
sandwiches.
could work. That could work very
That
well.
would
Or it could be or we could do a fight book Fuck It Friday challenge. So
Oh, where we all have to do it live on Facebook.
That's a lot of
Wow.
F's. I'm just saying right now. The fight books Friday Fuck It Friday challenge.
yeah,
Oh my
right.
god.
It's in the It's already in the works. We just
You
put
know
it
what's
out
in the
there
works?
in
Fight
existence.
books
Yeah.
fucking something Friday fuckers challenge.
Friday.
What the
Friday
Let's add even more
fuckers.
F's. I don't even
There
know
you
what I said
go.
the first time.
I
But let's
know,
add
dude.
more F's.
But
Gonna-
along the lines of sandwiches, there wasn't many sandwich fights of the night. I know Dana White was super triggered about people commenting, really talking shit about UFC 300. I know not everybody was really, just Dana White. Like he hates the media. He tells
I don't know who'd be talking
if-
shit, bro. I mean, if
Well,
you talk shit on this event, you're out of your god dang mind.
You are a nut job.
I feel like
You're
it
insane.
delivered.
Well-
Absolutely insane.
Fuck.
It delivered.
Yeah. Ticket revenue was what 16 million, the live gate. So I mean, it did incredibly well. It wasn't quite a McGregor was on it. Otherwise, it would have been the greatest event in the history of mankind. But we heard about him coming back, so now we know. I will believe it when he actually sets foot in the octagon. But we'll get
You've
to
been
that in a
saying it for how
second.
many years now, David?
Hey, it's been 87 years. So
Hey, and,
But
and
UFC
you know what?
300
very fitting, very fitting for that event. You know, I was feeling on top of the world because I won the Tapology contest. I think I got 10 out of
That was
13.
rigged.
And you know, I'm very disappointed because one of my picks, if I would have put my money on Money Moicano, I would have walked away with over 10 grand, bro, off a $1 bet.
yeah.
Wow.
I also picked Jalen Turner and Rudy. You edged me slightly because I had 9 of 13. I had Jamal Hill, which is a big mistake in the main event. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
Turner
overall,
would've
the
knew it
card. I
worked
mean,
for me.
it is what
Turner's
Overall,
new
the
word for me
card,
is
what do you
that
guys-
that's like a Friday night. That's
bro,
Turner's new word.
you got a huge delay, man.
Do
I think
I?
there's like a moose, you know, chewing on your fucking network
hold on.
cable or something.
Yeah, there's something with that delay.
And you sound like shit, and you look like
Son
shit.
of a
You look
bitch.
like, you know, you sexually assaulted someone. I'm just gonna say it.
But I mean,
There you
I'm
go.
very harsh on grading these cards, but UFC 300 it definitely delivered, man. Like, I mean, we all know the Max Holloway moment. Like, that's probably one of the top moments in UFC history. Not the number one moment. I mean, there's several others we could throw out there and mention too, but the
I
card
don't
was
know
a
about
fair.
that, man.
Hey, well, what's
I don't
another one?
know.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I thought an epic moment was like Edwards knocking out Kamaru Usman. That was insane, dude. That was insane. I think this tops it. It tops it. I think it tops everything all time for me. It was epic, bro. For me.
Yeah, and I think to the Yair Rodriguez back elbow.
Yeah,
I
that
think
one was insane.
that was a good win. That was what seemed a second away before the bell ring.
Dan Henderson.
Yeah, that was another.
knocking
Yeah,
out
see,
Mike
there's like stuff like that. Those are like of that era because now Max Holloway kind of like just cemented himself as obviously, he was a Hall of Famer previous. He had came off the 3 losses to Volk, and like, credit to the guy, man. Like he's always just kept it real tight, never like trained in America, stayed in Hawaii, and like, man, he stayed true to his roots, man. And all the respect in the world to Max Holloway, very deserving moment. And after that, the card kind of, I mean, just how are you going to top that, right? So.
Well, I think
You know what, man?
Well, yeah, you couldn't top that, man. But it came really close with the main event. We got some highlights here if you want to take a look. Let's see the Holloway and Gaethje highlight.
It points at the ground, and they just decide to wing it. And then Max catches him right here. There it is. Oh! Just slapped him.
My goodness. Clean as can be. And the accumulation of damage was too much for Gaethje to take. Holy smoke.
And this was a fight where everybody thought that Max was going to be outgunned.
He was
Slayed out, bro. That was
See,
insane.
and it's one of the most ballsy moments, because it's like, from a coaching standpoint, like that's your guy going out there, like he clearly had the fight won. And it was just one of those moments, like what was the time when he first did that against like Ricardo Lamas. So, but nobody's seen that coming. And like wherever you were watching the fights, like I seen Dustin Poirier's reaction, like amazing, like to the final second. I thought it wasn't going to be considered a knockout, but it was right at the final second of the bell. And yeah, man, Justin Gaethje took so much damage. I mean, it was the first time Max got dropped, which was crazy. Just given like the talent, the opponents that he's faced, former champion, just absolute legend. We are blessed to have been in and lived and watched the era of Max Holloway.
Oh,
bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't even explain my feelings. I was so excited and jacked,
man,
for this whole event from start to finish.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Vernon. He's a homie of mine. He's a ring announcer for Fight World, so he's here in the chats and
What's
watching
up,
this
Vernon?
live. So what's up,
So,
Vernon?
Considering there's not an event, this weekend, do you guys want to go to Outside the Cage News first and then break this card down?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get on to outside, and then we'll break this card.
When is our guest joining?
About 8:15. So that's
we can do Outside the Cage
News.
Yeah,
we got about an hour. He'll jump on.
Outside the Cage News.
Outside the cage news, sometimes, all the time, every time, more interesting than what happens inside the cage, right? But yeah, kind of hard to top UFC 300, but we did get some great nuggets from that event. Like I mentioned earlier, we heard about the Conor McGregor Michael Chandler fight. It is official. We don't know like when it's gonna. I guess like, what do you guys think though? Like Chandler waiting this long, like it's a huge fight. Of course, you're fighting Conor McGregor, but it must be the pay-per-view points. Like what could it be? Like they must have just made some kind of deal where Conor's got to get the Roadhouse shit out the way, the obligations, and then now he's dialed in. Apparently he's training, and the fight's happening. So we waited 25 years, guys.
It has to be the pay-per-view points. It has to be his obligations with Roadhouse. Then he's got to go and jump on the pool or whatever testing pool now that the UFC is using, which is still questionable. But so I think that's why I think Dana White and company put out and laid out a good proposition for him and for Chandler to take the fight. And, hopefully we get to see both gentlemen walk into the cage and duke it out.
Put up your dukes. I think they're going to do it.
I think so too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Conor. I mean, even with now with the BMF title, and Max, I mean, that fight with McGregor, that's huge. You know what I mean? So they've kind of set up multiple fights in one night based off Max's performance, where they could do the Conor fight with Max, but is Conor going to really cut back down to 155? Like, I doubt that. Like, it could happen. And then you have, of course, Max Holloway calling out Ilia Topuria, which is an amazing fight. I mean, like, I don't know, if I was Max Holloway, I'd probably take the McGregor fight, right? Or what do you guys think about that situation? It's a good thing to have though right now. Dana White smiling
McGregor's
ear
a
to
money
ear,
fight.
Sean Shelby.
I take the Conor fight because that's the money fight for him. Get that paper. He's earned it. Max has earned it. He deserves more money, honestly.
And we deserve to see more than half your face, Mark.
There you go.
Yeah,
There
what did
you
he
go.
walk away with? He got the what
He
$600,000
walked away with
bonus.
600K bonus, bro.
Yeah, 600K bonus.
I would like to see, like, for my opinion, for Max, like I said, the McGregor fight, like Mark said, yeah, that's the money fight. But Max has already been proven that he's a legend. He's Hall of Fame. Dude, the guy's super young, like still too, and he's taken on just about everybody. I think the Topuria fight is probably the route he may go. You know what I mean? Just to be like, yeah, I'm gonna step back down to 45. And I don't know if those how difficult those weight cuts have became, but you know, Holloway's never fucking missed weight.
He's game,
Holding
bro.
that BMF belt though now, like, I mean, you know, Max is gonna fight somebody, and that Topuria fight is just super intriguing because they could do it in Spain. They've never been there, or they could go to Hawaii. UFC hasn't gone to Hawaii. I know at the post fight presser, somebody was asking him about that. Dana White's like, yeah, I got 500 staff members that, you know, you think they don't want to go to Hawaii. So I would love to see Max main event a card in Hawaii. That's like legacy type shit. And then the guy's just a super legend, man. Like, I just think that that's kind of the route they should go.
The thing about guys like Holloway and Volk is that they like to be the baddest motherfucker. They want to fight the baddest dudes out there. And I think it's a pride thing, man. That's why he wants to take the fight with Topuria. That's why he called him out. And I think I think that's a fight to make. That'll be fun. And if he beats him, yeah, why not? Let's do Connor. Make that money after that, and then right off into the sunset, bro.
Bro, have him do the fight there in Hawaii. He wins and retires.
On top of a volcano. That'd be
Yeah,
shit.
damn. Loser gets thrown over the cage.
Hell yeah, bro.
I mean, and also too, another thing is like the legacy of BJ Penn. Like, you know, Max had BJ Penn's a legend in his own right, but he kind of burned out, you know, towards the edge of his career. Max is still, like, you know, kept that flame burning, and still right now as the BMF champ, he's got big money fights, big names, still fighting the best in the world. So
I wonder if
my
they
opinion,
sell that
you know,
belt too, dude. Because I guess you're not
But
a
they-
true fight fan unless you have that belt as well.
Yeah, they sell it.
yeah,
as
I
well,
believe they
right?
do.
Do they?
Yeah, you got to
How
Yeah,
much?
they
get
sell
it.
How
it. You
much?
have to get one, Rudy.
I'm gonna have to get one, bro.
It's like $1,000 or something like that, or $800. I've seen it before.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one I bought, this one was 900.
See,
Have it.
Rudy's rich. See, buying $900
Hell no.
belts and cases of
Look at
Prime.
Rudy's face that night after the Max fight. He does not want any part of Max though, because he knows what's going to happen to him. Max
Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
I
You
think-
do have it, dude. It's $849. It's the same price. Oh man, I shouldn't even thought of that. Now I'm gonna have to go and buy it. That's stupid. Damn it.
Dude, I could see Rudy next
I'm so
month.
impulsive, dude.
I
impulsive,
am holding the BMF belt.
Right?
Do you guys think there's ever what do you call it? Do you think there's a chance? Like, I know the fight, like, it's never been mentioned or nobody's talked about it, but like, you think there's a chance somehow, some way that O'Malley comes up to 145 and there's that matchup with Topuria? Because I know he wants that fight too. You know what I mean? So like, in the mix of everything, his next
Bro,
defense, we
he
don't know
doesn't
who's-
want none of that
No,
shit.
I don't think the UFC would let that happen because
He's not going to want it. Did
he
you
would
see
just
his
be
reaction after
destroyed.
the Max Holloway knockout?
no, I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about
who do you-
Topuria, dude.
Yeah,
Well,
who do you
that's what
guys
I'm saying.
favor in that fight? Like, you guys got Max or Topuria? Say it happens. I got
Max
Topuria.
and Topuria. I
Max.
thought you were talking about Sean O'Malley.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, he's like you said, Rudy. You're correct. The UFC probably wouldn't allow that. They want to keep
They
the belt
wouldn't,
around
dude.
O'Malley.
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah,
No,
O'Malley would get murked.
If they keep it standing, which in all likelihood it would, I would think Max would edge him out in a decision win, possibly even knock his ass out, bro. Because
Mhm.
Topuria, I mean, he's good, but he relies on taking people down and dominating.
Mhm.
Unless he's got better hands, which he does have really good hands, but he ain't beating no Max Holloway standing up. I mean, he's gonna fuck you up.
Max is going to
Yeah.
pick him apart and just lay him out.
super interesting match. I love that matchup. Like, it has to be booked. Like, I think that's the route they go, and
It is
I
the
hope
next
it's
fight,
in.
probably.
AOD
It's
Snoop.
gonna be in Spain. They got the Spain situation or the deal going, and I think it's green light. So probably, I don't know, September, October-ish, somewhere around there. They probably do it.
Yeah.
So
Quick
it's got to
shout out
happen before
to-
the end of the year.
Yeah, quick shout out to my boy AOD Snoop. That's my homie right there from the AOD family. Shout out to you.
But moving on with the outside the cage
Oh.
news too, move to some fight bookings. What did you guys think of when they announced Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa
Oh,
for that
my
Newark card?
Oh, that's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm so
Man.
excited. I got my favorite video of these two guys talking about it, and let's watch it real quick.
Wow.
Costas, he's a funny guy.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I can do that on here yet. Let's see. Oh, you can't cut this out during live. That's bullshit. You know what? I now have another way I can do this. It's hilarious.
That fight booking though is clear, like sign that the UFC is like, yeah, we're gonna keep Sean Strickland away from the belt by all means necessary. You know what I mean? Like,
Which is kind of bullshit, to be honest.
you know?
You what? Here we go. Check this out.
Costas, he's a funny guy. He makes me laugh. He's pro free speech. I like that guy. But I'm going to make that dirty Brazilian bleed. And you know, I'm going to do it for Brazil because Brazil doesn't even like Costa. So, hey, Brazil, this one's for you guys. Let's get it done.
Check out his response. Ricky Martin.
Mira, hijo de puta. Mira, hijo de puta. Yo soy mexicano. I'm half a Mexican. What you talking about? Shut up, motherfucker. Don't speak English. You speak the fuck Spanish to my pogo. Yo soy Mexican. You will never touch the secret juice. You hear me? Shut the fuck up.
I'm just excited.
I like Costa.
I'm excited about all the shit talking.
Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious, the shit talk for this whole thing.
Yeah, because the card in itself too, like the reason behind like the UFC going to Newark, because I know it's kind of an odd place for them to be like, all right, Islam Makhachev is fighting Dustin Poirier as a main event, but the UFC gets like a boatload of money from New Jersey or so. Like, ask Tommy D about it; he probably knows all the details. But that's one of the big reasons why this card's getting booked. And
Shout out to Tommy
cater.
D's.
Yeah, where is Tommy D? Where are you at? But I was super surprised about the Islam Dustin Poirier fight, but Poirier was the alternate because Sarukian turned down the fight. You guys know that,
Tommy
right?
D's.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
So did he make a
Ricky
mistake
turns
though? I
down
mean,
the fight.
He earned the shot by beating Charles, so why would he turn down the fight after he earned the shot?
well, you got to be super prepared for a guy like Islam.
Well, yeah,
like, I mean, I don't blame the guy, but still, like, that was his opportunity, and he's gonna get it. Like, he's in the queue. He is next in line. But I was surprised that Poirier, that's probably like that could be like his swan song fight. Like, he could even just win the belt and retire, or however. But against Islam, I mean, as an alternate, Poirier earned that shit. You know what I mean? So it could be one of his last. It could be his last fight. That's the way I see that matchup.
It probably will be his last fight, and I think he's going to go out as a champion. He's going to shock a lot of people. Shake a lot of people up.
The hot sauce king.
Yep, let's go Diamond. He's burned me before in the past, so let's go. I got to cheer for him this time. Fuck Islam.
Yeah, what?
Whoa,
that Newark card is
you can't say shit like that. You can't say shit like that, dude.
No, the fighter.
Refer to his last name. You crazy Canuck. I'm just glad you're wearing a hat because you're bragging about that. And the backdrop of that flag is just not a good look, Mark.
Yeah, did you guys or what do you guys think of Khamzat Chimaev and Robert Whittaker added to the Saudi card?
I like it, man. I like the way Robert Whittaker looked his last outing.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think he stands a chance? Yeah, but it's not likely. I think he's going to be dragged down.
Khamzat's just going to be a wet blanket.
Yeah, boring.
Oh,
yeah, that's
going to be a sandwich fight of the night.
Hey, I kind of felt that way, Robert, myself when I heard about him. Like, Chimaev, if it's a 3-round fight, I think it's more interesting. But if it's a 5er, high likelihood of a sandwich, like a Saudi, whatever sandwich that they like over there.
Khamzat versus Chris Weidman, because at least there's potential for an eye poke
Right?
and a win.
Yeah, I know,
Well,
right?
I'd
Weidman.
rather see paint dry.
I'd rather,
Hey, Chris Weidman, who knows when he'll fight again? But I mean, him coming back and like just the whole deal, that's good for Chris. I mean, McGregor, we're now seeing him come back for that same injury, and it's not a good thing. That's like the worst kind of leg injury you can have. So I mean, Connor's been out making movies, making a whole lot of money, and who knows what kind of out post Chandler, what's going to happen with Conor McGregor. But Weidman, he's got to get maybe one more fight in there. I don't know, maybe New York or something, and then he's out. In talks of Weidman, we'll have to get Mr. Ray Longo on the show and give us some more detail, because one of his guys, Aljo, we'll talk about UFC 300 in a little bit, didn't get the post fight interview. Pyramids, I don't know why.
Pyramids,
we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Because they're
racist. 100%.
100% racist.
100% racist. Racista.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other reason. There's no other way to explain it. They didn't give Aljo the post-fight interview because of racism. He may not say it outright, but we'll say it for him.
But we're saying for him.
Right.
We'll have to ask Longo about it too, because I mean,
And when Longo jumps on our show, we're gonna tell him, you know what we all think is because they're racist.
Right?
He'll laugh. But
Longo will laugh. You'll go, oh my god.
This interview's over.
But continuing with outside the cage news, heard today, or was it yesterday or so, Tom Aspinall will main event UFC Manchester, so that card will be lit. Who is that mystery opponent that he will fight? Who could it be?
John Jones.
Nah, Jones is gonna fight Stipe.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen ever.
John Jones.
No, it's not John Jones. It's Poton or freaking game. We know that already.
It's probably gonna be Cyril Gane, dude.
Cyril Gane.
Not Poton.
Yeah, it has to. Well, I think Poton, that's like his only, like, look at what the guy's done, like, in a short period of time. Like, I wouldn't blame going up to heavyweight. Fuck it. I don't favor him in the matchup against Aspinall, but he's wanting to do a quick turnaround, so they could just delay a little bit to Manchester, but there's still time in between where they could get Poton on that main event.
Did you say you didn't favor him?
I won't favor him in the matchup against Aspinall.
What about now?
Savage, guys, he's a fucking Hall of Famer.
Speaking of, did you see how his reaction was when Dana White announced the $300K bonus? Just like that.
Yeah. Like, he showed no emotion, bro, at all. At all, man. Like, that guy, he'd be a serious poker player. Like, if that guy plays poker, he's gonna take your money. Don't play poker with Poetan face. That should be like a move in poker.
He'll fucking win on Uno, bro.
It's like, this dude's got Poetan face.
I think they could chisel. Hey, we said it before on this show, though. I've said it. You guys have all agreed with me. I said Poetan was a Hall of Famer before this win against Jamal Hill. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. And what else is he supposed to do? Like Mark said, heavyweight. Yeah, he's moving to fucking heavyweight. That's what's going to happen.
We'll see him in heavyweight, and we'll see him against Aspinall.
They'll try to two-belt him. If it's possible he does pull off a crazy, I mean, he could just, I mean, that guy, in such a short period of time, legend status, you know what I mean? So,
bro, putting Poetan against Aspinall in a stand-up game, I will give it straight up to him. Aspinall has no chance. No chance. He's got to use his wrestling.
No. I like the fight, though. We'll see if it's the Manchester main event. But, yeah, the UFC going back to Manchester. Another fight that does need to be added to that card. You guys know what? Remember
Money
the name.
Moicano and Pimblett.
No, hey, Hey, yeah, Pimblett for sure is going to be on the card.
Moicano
But
just called him out. So I would love to see that fight. I mean, I don't think the UFC would let it happen, but man, that would be awesome. I would definitely go with Money Moicano to strangle this bastard. Probably knock his ass out.
yeah, I think they'll they should stack it up and finally get that Bilal Muhammad Leon Edwards fight added to that too, though. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I know that
Is that ever
Bilal
gonna
Muhammad is
happen?
like super heated about it too. Like they've been going back and forth lately, and I mean he's just never going to get a title shot, Rob. Right? Bilal just
No.
not getting it. Like
Remember the
Remember,
name. Don't remember the name. The only time you'll remember that name is whenever he announces fight.
So we're going to take a deep dive into why the UFC doesn't want Bilal Muhammad to fight for the belt.
Racist.
We're going to take a
Because no one's
real,
gonna win
real,
that belt,
real,
that's
real,
why.
real, 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 really,
Who's
real,
gonna beat
real
Leon?
deep dive. I
Simple.
mean, deeper than the Titanic sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, geez.
You know, deeper than submarines go. The reason that Bilal Muhammad is not being given a chance is racism, folks.
Yes. Racistas.
Sorry,
yeah.
it's racism.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
But yeah, the man is super fueled with hatred over the delay of the fight book. Hopefully it does. We're pulling for you, Bilal, over here at Fight Book MMA, but it is what it is. Like people don't remember your name, bro. Like that's just like he doesn't fight but once of every fucking 2 years, right? Like
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It honestly feels it's been that long since you last fought.
But
Bilal versus Khamzat.
Speaking of fighters that don't fight or haven't fought in a while, well, Nate fought not long ago, but we'll talk about the Diaz Masvidal. What is it? The BMF tour, or what is it called, Rudy?
Yeah, I think that's what
The
it's
world.
called.
Yeah, this kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know, it's kind of random, you know what I mean? But they were in Miami, and they were just ripping Nate Diaz, and of course that's where Jorge Masvidal's from, and I don't know, like this fight, like yeah, we will watch. We are real fight fans. People that if you're a real fight fan and you miss this fight, yeah, you're not a real fight fan because like it's Nate and Masvidal. But all these years later,
And you know how
boxing
much
match,
of a real fight fan we are?
Do we
Book
really
MMA is
need it
gonna
right
be
now?
in the house covering that event.
But
like,
at this point,
I don't
do we
know.
really need to fight?
Yeah, like I don't know. Jake Paul beat Nate Diaz. That's still like something that's kind of haunting to like
Yeah, it's kind of haunting our
MMA,
community, right? It's haunting
Yeah.
MMA. So.
But I don't know. I don't know how many other cities they're going to tour, but I did not know. I didn't know this was like sort of the plan to promote it. I mean, it's Nate and Jorge, but they want to put on these pressers and pump up the fight. But Francis Ngannou and Anthony Joshua sold 500 pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Or what was it, Rob? So how many?
5K.
Does it? Yeah. How many
That's
does this
embarrassing,
sell?
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That's
I don't know.
embarrassing.
It is. That's
I don't know what to say.
5K pay-per-view.
Hey, and you know what? I called it a long time ago when we were talking about PFL getting Francis Ngannou. I said it's going to be real bad if this guy just loses. They're putting him on this pedestal, making him think he's going to take out
And
Anthony Joshua. He's going to get embarrassed, and he got smoked.
And his next fight,
and his next fight, he's fighting this
next fight is
huge
Junior
ass
Hardman.
monster.
Yeah,
He's like 9'11", 580 pounder.
He's fighting Yao Ming.
Yao Ming, man, he took Bader out. So yeah, good luck, Ngannou, because you're going out.
He took him out.
You're
Took him
Took him out.
He took him out to the moot in a boot. No, he took him a boot.
All right, just to
go down to Tim Hortons, eh?
Just to let you know how crazy Jorge Masvidal is, like at this point in his career, he says after the boxing match with Nate Diaz, he would entertain and love a boxing match with Justin Gaethje and Max
I thought you were
Holloway.
going to say Justin Bieber, bro.
Bieber would knock him out.
Honestly, that's the first thing my mind went to.
Like, what in the hell is Jorge? I mean, I know it's 420 tomorrow, but what is that guy smoking to think he's
No,
going to fight
420 is on
Justin
Saturday.
Gaethje? Oh yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, well, 420 edition kind of show we have here, but still, like Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje would wipe the mat with Jorge in boxing and MMA, right? Both of them.
Oh yeah.
They both would destroy him.
He did say that he wants to come back to MMA. He wants to come back.
Oh,
to
he
the
said that
UFC.
he's going to. It's guaranteed.
He's going to.
Yeah.
But who the fuck is going to fight you, bro? You're going to get destroyed either way.
Ben Askren.
Who's his last? His last fight was Gilbert Burns, right?
Yeah, I think
so.
so.
Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, come on, dude. You fought Gilbert Burns.
Hey, Gil's like he's legit, man. But Gil made that fight look easy, you know. And then previous to that, Colby 50-44'd him, you know what I mean? And then he got attacked at a fucking steakhouse. So
I think a possible fight, if he already knows something we don't, he might be fighting Conor McGregor, dude. I think that would be a fun fight. McGregor.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's a reach, you know what I mean? But I don't know if the UFC would just like try to wring every last drop out of that just to be like, yeah, the former BMF against, I don't know. Don't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, but why not?
Don't make dollars either.
It's the UFC.
Yeah. We're still watching the junk though. It doesn't matter. We're still watching that shit.
Yeah, and then what do you call it? Like Dana White was triggered about people criticizing UFC 300, and he's like, I do not disagree with like all the comments weren't negative, but he's like, I'll leave it up to the experts. And you know how Dana White's his view of like media and that, and like I don't know, man, MMA media is dying a slow death, and you know what I mean. It's just very limited these days. You know what I mean? Like in a couple of years, there's like I wouldn't be surprised if Ariel, a lot of these guys.
When the MMA media get clout, dude, and it's stupid. A lot of people support them, and they're a bunch of dickheads.
Yeah, it's became that. That's the era of like fight people, like whatever. Like I mean, there's nobody that does like investigative like journalism. Like there is no MMA journalists, period, anymore. You know what I mean?
Except for Anik Subramanian, that's our boy. He's good, bro. He is good. His interviews. There's been a lot of comments on his interviews with his questions, and they're always giving him props that he is the only media guy that doesn't ask the same questions twice.
Yeah, they just let any fanboys into those pressers, like whether it's UFC or boxing. Like boxing, some of them are very they're terrible. They're terrible across the board, but it's just like a fanboy experience just to go in there and ask a question and whatever, and then you buy a nosebleed ticket and you're a fucking journalist. Like that ain't how it works. Like the old days, you know what I mean? Luke Thomas, Ariel Helwani, even like what didn't Bloody Elbow, they officially like sold too, because like most of those sites, like the big sites, like they've been around for a while, but in a couple of years, it's very limited. Like I said, the death of MMA media, and then like, yeah, that's
FightBookMMA.com.
Yeah.
Still live.
But what did I want to do? Rudy, do you have a clip or have you heard the interview with Dricus du Plessis? I forget who conducted the interview, but
yeah, actually, I do have that. Let me see.
Okay, that's what I want to bring up because that's another guy. Like people forget Dricus du Plessis is the middleweight fucking champion of the world. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
it's funny, dude. The most hilarious thing: Dricus du Plessis addresses gay rumors. Dricus du Plessis said he faced gay allegations. He has since dismissed the rumors as false and opened up about how they came about. He got candid about sexuality. Look, this is the girl that he's dating. And I don't know, but I've heard that she's trans, and her real name is not Vasti Spiller, but Vasectomy Spiller. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a video too of who did the interview. I forget. Is that it right there? Yeah.
Can you speak on the gay allegations? I've got one question, since I am the co-host. Why are you gay? You said I'm gay. You are gay. No.
Oh my God.
So where the big gay allegations came, me and this idiot.
In the Speedos.
In the Speedos. It was a Rugby World Cup in France. So everybody wants to get engaged in front of the Eiffel Tower. And
so this is where all the gay rumors started. It was him
Well, I mean, people thought I was gay because I kissed my coach.
Bear in mind they've both got beautiful girlfriends, so they're not gay yet.
And
Right.
we went to France. We obviously we said, oh, we have to do something cool. Me and him, we said, oh, cool. We're gonna do our South African speedos. We did a cool photo in front of the Eiffel Tower, big fucking box fire. And then we said, oh, let's do engagement photo. That would be awesome.
So he had a
Oh,
couple of
God.
invites.
Oh, so you were drunk by then?
It was on game day. We did this on game day.
Okay.
I don't know if you
I thought he said gangbang.
It was so quick. We did it. All the South African, every South African.
We did this on gangbang.
Was like, that is the most hilarious thing. I loved it. And then all of a sudden, I just see international media going nuts. Trick is gay. Not that gay is a bad thing.
What
Me
the
personally,
fuck?
just not that.
Don't worry about my co-host leaving midway.
I have to take a shit.
That came from the South African magazine out of South Africa. That's pretty funny, dude.
That was funny.
Man. Hopefully they get that Izzy fight lined up quicker than because that's the fight to make.
Yeah, quicker than he addressed the gay allegations because they've been floating around for quite some time now since the
Yeah,
UFC.
people. Yeah, we were wondering. Yeah, but
In the comment
before we get
section, Ray Castro says that he loves trans women.
Hey, they're real women.
Before we move on to some non-fight related outside the cage news,
David.
do you guys think Amanda Nunes comes back to fight Kayla Harrison?
No.
The biggest
Yes.
fight, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
she does.
100%
She
yes.
gotta give her that itch back. I think so. She wants that job.
That itch is probably. No, I'm not even gonna say it.
No, I think she wants to come back and fight Harrison.
Yeah.
I think she wants that fight. I really do.
I think Kayla needs a couple more fights under her
Well,
belt.
yeah,
Maybe
she
one.
needs a couple more fights first, but I think
One to tell us definitively, and
it was against
Nunez will
even though
come
it was a
back.
game home, it was against an aging game home. So
What?
And Kayla does not deserve a title fight.
You're so
I get
dumb.
What is an
obviously.
aging gay home?
She does not
That's it.
deserve a title fight. I don't care what people say.
That's what you just said, Mark.
I-
Aging gay home.
I did not call her a
Yeah,
game home.
You said
That's what I
aging
heard.
Gay home. Literally said that, dude. What did you say?
Aging game home.
Asian game home.
No, aging game home.
Agent game home.
Never
Is
mind.
that like a
Never
FBI
mind.
agent game home?
Okay, Nunez is not going to come back then. But on June 14th, up here in Canada, Unified MMA is going to have two events on the same night. In Toronto, Canada, and Edmonton, Alberta.
Plug-in.
And in Toronto, we're going to see Cody Showmanchek versus Gage Gill for the Bacon Bantamweight title. And in the Edmonton, Alberta one, we're going to see Ramil Kamilov versus Tom Big Nasty O'Connor for a highly anticipated matchup. This company puts on great events. They have great Canadian talent, international talent, and a few UFC vets that have come by here. And you guys are going to love watching those fights. Guaranteed.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and
And also,
gentlemen.
Jasmine is down here. Jasmine is going
He's not done, but wait, there's more.
By the way, Jasmine is doing her next camp at Straight Blast in Ireland. So let's see what her stand-up looks like after that.
Yes,
you,
sir.
you look weird because
Why is it?
you look like pixelated and shit, and
Oh, is it
I think you
pixelated?
got a slight delay.
Shit. All right.
Well, Mark, you better be
job,
there covering those events. Otherwise,
You're not
You're
a real
not a
fight
real
fan, bro.
fight
Don't
fan.
do the Edmonton one. That's across the country. I won't be able to do that.
Hey,
Actually, I probably could do that in the
So
same day.
more outside the cage news that David shared with me. There was a man who drank at 120 bars in 24 hours to break the world record. 69-year-old retiree visited 120 pubs to order drinks in 24 hours, breaking a Guinness World Record. David Clarkson, who was born in Britain but has lived in Australia for over 40 years, started his attempt with a drink at the Captain Cook Hotel in Sydney. He walked in 119 more establishments over the course of following 24 hours, ordering a drink at every stop. Jesus, dude. That's 120 drinks. I mean, I'm assuming he just had one. Do you think he finished them all? I mean, he had to have to be, get a record, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, what's the criteria?
Lord
Yeah, I'm wondering.
David
Yeah.
Clarkson
Let's
has
see
been
this.
crowned the newest Guinness World Record holder after a 24-hour-long pub crawl spanning
pub
more
crawl.
than
They
100
call it a
venues.
pub crawl.
The Sydney retiree finishing the marathon at lunchtime today, drinking his way into the history books.
I wondered if he ate. What did he do?
An
Let's see.
unlikely dash to the finish line.
This is interesting.
He looks fucked
Racing
up
through
already
the
right
door to
there.
his 120th pub in 24 hours with just
Is that
minutes
Campbell
to
McLaren?
spare.
11:57. What I need to do now is inspect your evidence.
Before officially becoming a
Hey,
newly
Roberto, is that
minted
Campbell
Guinness
McLaren?
World Record holder.
Looks like him.
I'm normally very
It's fucking
unassuming,
Campbell, bro.
but I'm probably
Lord
leading
David
the world in
Clarkson.
records.
Beating
Yo,
the
that's
previous
awesome.
mark
He's a
set by two
lord.
Sydney lads, Harry and
And those are
Jake.
gay
When
lords.
you are
Harry
a
Jake.
little bit older, you'll stop sleeping in the park and you will go to the spreadsheet and the pivot table.
Every aspect of the last 24 hours planned to a T, even a roster of witnesses to ensure he stayed on track.
He went to 3:20 this morning.
Oh, so like USADA following him
checked
around?
into a hotel and had 3
Yeah,
hours sleep.
pretty much.
And I
Yeah,
met him
they had to
at
document
7:30.
everything.
Starting at the Captain Cook Hotel yesterday,
The Lord Nelson, number 3.
Like, how do you know that you
Finishing
could
less than
do
a
that? Well,
kilometre
I mean, I
away
guess
at the
years of
Sussex.
drinking.
He moves really fast for a guy who's twice my age.
His liver
Now,
probably
after
Damn.
a trip to having a drink
Whoa,
at
what's wrong with
120
her
pubs
face?
in 24 hours is to only drink
He's-
125 mils at each.
He did a
But
pub
now
crawl
that
too.
the record is beaten, cheers.
Yes.
It's time to celebrate.
Going to the pub is about, yes,
Is that
having
Ricky
a beer,
Gervais' dad?
but also
Wow.
making friends.
And apparently, there are still plenty of pubs David will be visiting today. They just won't be officially counted. Keziah Dawn for 10 News First.
Crazy, dude.
Man, what a legend! Like I'm getting him on the show. I will reach out tonight.
Another story.
Gotta go.
We
That
got a
is
guy
awesome.
who balanced a running lawnmower on his chin for over 9 minutes to set a Guinness World Record. Needs his heads examined. I don't know, bro. I wouldn't do that shit.
On our fingers.
I wouldn't
How
do
about
that.
our
Would
chin?
you?
How
Let's
about
see. Let's see the
lawnmower
actual video.
on the chin while it's running? It's actually
Hell
a Guinness
no.
World Records title.
Ah,
Fortunately for me,
Wait.
I break a world record every week.
I'd imagine
and I've been
that wouldn't be
balancing
that
stuff on my
dangerous,
face
right?
Since I started the MIT Student Juggling Club in college. But just because I can balance a chair in my hands
Shut
for
up, bro.
hundreds,
I wanna
and
see
that's where
this.
things get
Let's see.
Make the video bigger.
I can't.
Man, anything is possible, huh? Right?
Look
I
at this
did it.
guy.
I made it 3 minutes 54 seconds. And just when I thought I was going to get the certificate of Guinness World Records, they sent me a disqualification before. I can't believe it.
Oh, he's the guy?
7, but nothing's impossible. I've just got to there for a long
No, he's
time.
not the same
without-
guy. Screw this guy.
Oh man. Yeah, back to the guy with the beer, the pubs. Like Rudy, when we were in Dallas, our next time if we go there, we should try to break that record and just have a Guinness book follow us
There
around.
you go.
That'd be awesome. And go down
Hell
to
yeah.
the stockyards.
Yeah, we'll have to like
Board
somehow.
out there, too.
we'll-
Bro,
Yeah,
y'all
we'd have
need
to
to
have,
wear
like,
the
a-
Fight Book MMA t-shirt while doing that.
Exactly.
Next
I
up, we
mean,
got
that-
snakes causing havoc on Japanese bullet train.
Hey,
That's a weird story, bro.
hey, that's
Snakes on a plane,
plot.
snakes on a bus,
Snakes on a
or
train.
snakes on a train.
Cocaine snakes on a train. A new movie.
There you go. That's gonna be the next movie.
Probably will
Like
be.
they
Yeah.
somehow just no a cocaine bear on a train. That's a movie.
Cocaine bear
Oh
on a
my
train.
God.
They capture Cocaine Bear, and he gets, on a train. They're moving him, and he gets out somehow. That'd be cool. I could see it. It's believable.
They need to, they got to continue that series where like the bear just somehow keeps discovering cocaine. He gets on trains. He ends up on a fucking airplane, like in the final, you know what I mean, like part 5. So that's when shit really gets crazy when he's on the airplane.
Check out this story, bro. Look, a man getting a vasectomy when an earthquake hit thought doctor was making a joke. When the doctor
What?
said, "Is this an earthquake?" I still thought he was just trying to lighten the mood. Look
Yo,
at
that's
his
not
tweet.
funny at all.
An earthquake happened in the middle of my vasectomy.
No,
Imagine
not
that
funny.
shit, dude.
No, not funny at all.
Imagine if the doctor snipped the wrong Best
Yo, don't
different-
even say that. No.
It's the nerve.
Hey, we always talk about records getting broken. Mark, there's got to be a Canada record that you can go out there and attempt to break, like the most fucking ginger ales drank in a whatever. You know what I mean? Like you can start looking that shit up. Bro.
Most protein eaten.
I will look up some Canadian records and I will try to break them.
Most maple syrup drink.
Yeah, like 10 gallons of like maple syrup
drink through a straw.
Yeah, right. Probably kill myself trying to do
Mark
that.
needs to practice his sucking.
Yeah, so if anybody's out there, people that are listening to this show, do you think you could break what Lord Jackson's record of the 120 pubs? Try it. I don't think it's happening.
Nobody's gonna break that record for a long time.
I know you're not
Or
going to
Rob-
break any record.
Yeah, Rob, you got to start doing some Albuquerque. Find out who has like some Guinness Book record in Rio Rancho, and just we'll bring it up on the show. And then like, yeah, you might have to. I want one of us to have a Guinness Book of World, in the record book. Mark, I have a feeling it could be you for the Canada Dry, most Canada Dry ginger ales drank in like
Probably.
a 24-hour period by a Canadian. Yeah.
And the longest burp after drinking all of that.
Right?
Right. Yeah. No kidding.
That I could probably do for you. That or how many times someone
What?
says A in a sentence.
Yeah. Or tabernacle. How many times can you say tabernacle in 24 hours?
Tabernacle.
I say it all the time.
Oh, 24
got
hours?
my head
I don't know.
saying
That'd
it.
be a lot. That'd be way too
I bet you that whoever has that record, I bet you it's a record and it's just ridiculous because like if there's a guy balancing a fucking lawnmower on his chin, like anything is possible in the world.
Exactly.
You know, so
Gotta be a
I
tabernacle.
think that's more impressive than Holloway and Gaethje, to be honest.
hey, that does conclude outside the cage news. Back to UFC 300, like we were talking about, and I want to start with that whole Kayla Harrison Holly Holm fight. I know. I mean, also you guys last week, excellent job, Joey. If you're listening, you filled in great. You guys did amazing. So everyone here picked Kayla Harrison. Like, no, why, Rob? I thought you would have picked Holly Holm.
My heart said Holly, but
Yeah.
my brain said Kayla.
But for her to make it look that easy, I mean, man,
Dude. I just
Holly's
wish
still gonna
Holly
fight.
did. The only thing that Holly did wrong was trying to clinch with her. She shouldn't have clinched. She should have just kept her range, kept that kicks going. Not even kick, because Kayla could have, she did what she did with Holly's kicks, but still, it was the wrong move to clinch with her.
No.
I mean,
100%.
come on, she's a fucking gold medalist judo. So
Exactly.
it's
At 170 pounds, let's not forget that. At
Yeah,
170
bro.
pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
she
Tasha
seemed to have
Holland
carried all that
probably-
muscle mass down with her, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
I think she made that weight. I still can't believe she made the weight though.
Yeah,
I wonder what they
I think they need
she
to
barely
give
made
her
the
a
weight.
nickname, bro. Kayla Vitor Harrison.
Wow.
It's crazy. That
Right?
the only fight for her is, I mean, there's the title fight coming. I mean, she's got to fight for the belt. That's why the whole reason the UFC signed her up.
No,
But
she does not deserve the belt.
and Dana's got great relations with Amanda Nunes, and I think they're probably dialing that up, behind the scenes right now, where they could.
It's gonna happen.
Because at 145, I think it'll be a 145 fight. I don't think it'll be 135, but Kayla has proven she can make that weight cut. And like you said, Rudy, her bringing all that muscle and just, I mean, shit, man, people forget. I think last week you guys brought it up. She's a gold medalist judo. Ronda Rousey was bronze. So like
Bronze.
Kayla, yeah, she may in fact be the fucking GOAT at the end of the day, but she's got to. Amanda Nunes is still the GOAT for females, no matter what. Like her, Cyborg, and then you got to give credit to what's her name, Larissa
Not
Pacheco.
according to Ronda.
Hey, Larissa Pacheco holds that. Got that win over Kayla though, so PFL.
Mm-hmm.
But Your guys' favorite fight on the card, UFC 300.
Oh my God, bro! Why do you gotta say our favorite fight? There is a lot of favorite fights there, man.
Just one. You got to pick.
One?
Just
Oh,
one.
that's not fair.
I know mine, bro. Mine was
What's yours, Rudy?
Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, dude. That
I
fight
think
was
that's gonna be my favorite
epic,
too.
epic,
Mhm.
bro. I mean, it was like a storybook ending. You know, dude pointed down at the floor and should let it
He
rip,
just
bro.
went
After
ham.
5 rounds of ass whooping, bro. Ass whooping.
After the 2 eye pokes,
What
the
was-
broken nose, Gaethje just kept going, and
I mean-
I was just like, "Yep, let's go."
Just look at these stats. Look at these stats, dude. 103 strikes, 52% of his strikes landed, 181 for Max. Round 1, yeah, it just started off kind of slow. They're feeling each other out. Round 2, Max picks it up. Round 3, it's
Yeah.
kind of even. You know, this fight was just insane. Look, for round 4 and then round 5, dude, just turns it up to another level. 62 strikes and 62 significant strikes. I don't know if I've ever seen that stat. Look at that, bro.
I
There was
think
like-
Max. Yeah, I think him coming up to 55 was this time around was way, way better than when he fought Poirier. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
So that's why I was mentioning earlier that the BMF title is going to be defended, whatever, at 55. The potential of him fighting to Poirier, that's the fight to make. But I think Max at 55 is a absolute killer. Give him, I mean, shit. The Conor fight, that's what I think they might do. Maybe Chandler pulls out at the last minute and Max, you know, I have pyramids on that. That's my pyramid take. Chandler, McGregor don't fight. Max steps in.
Dude, the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Max
Bro,
Holloway.
Max
Bless Holloway. That moment right there was epic, dude.
That performance was
Epic.
just wow. That's all I can say is wow for that performance.
Everybody was already asleep in my house, and I wanted to yell, man. I was like,
His face, too?
it was awesome.
Oh, his face just said it all too.
Yeah, I think sandwich of the night goes to where, Rob? You thinking the same? Co-main event?
Zane Willie.
Hell no. Nah, I thought that fight was fun. I thought it was interesting. My sandwich fight of the night, and I think a lot of people's sandwich fight of the night goes to
Andrade.
Nope. Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. 3
Yeah,
rounds of
they're hating on-
Aljo just holding him down, which is no easy feat. You
They
know,
pull off a power bomb though. Let's not
I
forget that.
would
He
say
did pull off a
that
powerbomb.
you know, if anybody should get booed, it should be Kattar. I mean, you work your way out of it, right? And he didn't.
Yeah. No, he did not. That was
Damn.
not the Peter I
I think
expected.
what's his name? Aljamain at 45 is going to be a motherfucker to deal with. Anybody that fights him, I think the fight for him probably would be like Brian Ortega. Like that'd be super legit. Those guys get matched up, but he's going to be a tough out for anybody at 145. Like top guys, and then I guess Volk's out there too. Like I don't know when Volk's coming back, but like that's a dangerous fight for Volkanovski to even take on Aljo, given like he just moved up. So those are like some potential matchups, you know what I'm saying? But I like Aljo, man. I mean, shit, the guy is, I mean, coming up in weight. I was kind of worried about him with Calvin, but Calvin, man, I don't know. He's taking a beating too in some of his fights, and like that. Sterling just did his homework. Credit to Camp Longo. They knew that was the way to. And Aljo said he was going to make it look easy.
And
He did.
So
Peter has
But
been
the-
said since the last fight, honestly.
The Zhang Weili and Xiaonan fight, that was a good fight, man. That was entertaining for me. I thought it was, you know, very one-sided. Zhang Weili was just beating the crap out of her.
Jan went to
Look at
sleep in
these,
that fight.
look at these
Woken up.
numbers, bro. No, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a great fight.
an all right
256 to 73 strikes.
One of my least
Crazy.
favorite fights in the card is that one, honestly.
This was a fun fight. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great fight. Gaethje was awesome. You know, Arman and Charles Oliveira. Yeah, I wasn't too happy about it. It was a split decision. It was a great fight, but I thought I wanted Charles to win, bro. I thought he won that fight.
yeah, that was a close one too. Because I mean, yeah, look at where it puts him now. Because I think he's still number 1 in the rankings, but still he's Sarukian's in the queue for the title. He turned it down on that short notice because look at what happened. Like in the history of MMA, like it's usually the guys that get that quick turnaround, they get the title shot, and it's history after that. Look at John Jones, like as an example, like what finishes Shogun, and they're like, yeah, no, or no, it was before Shogun, and he had to step up and fight for the belt. It's all history after that. So got to seize the opportunity, got to take it. I kind of think Sarukian should have took the fight because he's previously fought Islam. You know what I mean? And gave him a hell of a fucking fight. That was like his debut in the UFC. So I don't know. I think, you know, he does want to prepare and have whatever full camp for it, but that should have been the main event for UFC Newark, and they, you know, they could do Poirier and Colby Covington or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's his name? Davidson Figueiredo. Were any of y'all surprised that he smashed Cody Garbrandt?
I wasn't. I said that it was that was gonna happen, and he did, dude, and got him second round submission. I think I got it perfect on that one.
I think you did.
What do we do with Cody Garbrandt?
Poor Cody.
Bye.
Bye.
Is that a swan song?
I mean, he's got not much left in the tank, man. You know, hats off to Cody. It was a great run, but yeah, he's not going to come anywhere near that belt.
Nah, not again.
I think he's probably getting a text from David Feldman as we speak. You know what I mean? So
and Masvidal.
Yeah. Man. But I do want to mention the Moni Moicano. I picked against him, but Jalen Turner had him beat, right? He pulled back. That was a mistake right there, right?
Oh man.
Freaking Turner.
He screwed me out of a lot of money. Well, but it was epic, bro. That was probably another one of my favorite fights, tied with the Poatan fight, I would say. I thought it was amazing, bro. I thought his post-fight speech was amazing. And you know what? I thought it was so badass that I'm going to show it to you guys right now.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Roger! Let me tell you something. I am a huge advocate of the First Amendment. And let me tell you something. Today, of course I want the 300K bonus, but they're not gonna give me because somebody asked it. They say, hey, this is fucking Disney. You cannot curse. So I'm not gonna do my speech, but first of all, I love America. I love the Constitution. I love the First Amendment. I want to carry and own fucking guns. I love property. And let me tell you something. If you care about your fucking country, read Ludwig von Mises and the 6 lessons of the Austrian Economic School, motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro. He had a little more to say, but damn, dude, it was awesome. The Mises, look. What are the Mises 6 lessons? Lecture 1 is capitalism. Lecture 2 is socialism. Lecture 3 is interventionism. Lecture 4 is inflation. Lecture 5 is foreign investment. And lecture 6 is politics and ideas, motherfuckers. If you care about your country, read Ludwig von Mises, motherfuckers. I love this guy, bro. I loved it. I mean, he's been all over the internet. He's been on a lot of interviews since that, man. And I think, you know, this book has been downloaded more times in the past couple of days than it's ever been downloaded.
I liked it when he wasn't he doing like a commentary job with John Morgan, and he just like went off script and was like, Patty Pimbley, you fucking pussy, and then like, he starts talking shit. Like, I mean, since then he's been on that rant, but we know the UFC is not going to allow Patty Pimbley to get. I mean, I did not pick Moicano. I mean, I know he's a tough bastard, but Jalen Turner, man, just a big miscalculation. Like, I mean, Jalen Turner's a stud, man, but that win for Moicano, that was sharp, man, over a fucking. I mean, Jalen Turner's still going to bounce back and be. He's a problem at 155. I don't care who's matched up against him, but yeah, man, quality win from Moicano on the mic, always good, and his podcast and his YouTube channel. He's legit, man. He did a review of UFC 300. I think it just came out today, but I haven't had a chance to listen to it. But like, you know,
never bet against
he was on the card.
Never bet against him
again, right?
Dude, I lost so much money, bro. I mean, I didn't lose any. It was like $1 bet. But had he won, had I picked him, I would have won over $10,000. Because I
That's
had
prime and belt money
perfect
right
pick.
there.
That's just insane. And would have all went to UFC gear.
I know, right? Yeah. Do you guys think is there a potential that Diego Lopez and Aljamain Sterling fight?
That'd be fun.
That would be a fun fight right there, man.
Yeah, well, Lopez, I'm very high on that kid, and each time he goes out there, like he's got that mullet too, that just like horse fucking emo mullet, and like
mullet.
Did you
he's
see
got
the video
worst
where he's guessing who the female fighters are? That they had the male fighters look like females, and he had to guess who was who.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
It's funny, dude.
Hey,
I don't know if
so what
Rudy.
about
I don't know if Rudy could pull it up.
What about the beatdown from Bobby Green on Jim Miller? Beat the brakes off him.
Jim Miller.
Told you
Jim
this
Miller
shit.
looked horrible.
It's horrible. He beat the shit out of him, bro. He beat the shit out of him. He was just he couldn't keep up with the footwork. He couldn't keep up with the hand speeds. He caught Bobby a couple times because Bobby keeps his hands low, and he clipped him a couple of times and almost got a chance to finish him. But Bobby, pulled through and just beat the brakes out off Jim Miller. Didn't he break his hand or some shit in the first round?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he did. It was yeah. Jim Miller was busted up pretty good, and then I mean Bobby Green. I didn't pick. I picked Jim Miller because based off his Bobby Green just got clean KO'd by Jalen Turner, and then this is the fight. We basically made this fight. We talked about Bobby Green, Jim Miller for like 8 months prior to UFC 300. We're like, who has Bobby Green never fought? Who has Jim Miller never fought? Oh yeah, each other. So yeah, UFC, you did the right thing.
They're
You were listening. So yeah, I did love that this fight did end up on UFC 300, but Bobby Green was sharp, man, on that night, and Jim Miller just fucking legend of the game, man. And yeah, he got busted up, and I don't know, man. I don't know what they do with Jim Miller next. Like, there's got to be some. Is he gonna fight at UFC 400? You know what I mean? Like,
I
Hey,
think
he said that if they're gonna give out 400K, you know what? He was supposed to retire 300. But he said if they're gonna be handing out 400K bonuses, yeah.
I think they do. You know what's another fight that I think Jim Miller's never fought? Clay Guida. Like, make that fight.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a good little scrap.
That'd be a
That's like
retirement fight. Double retirement.
Junkyard Dog Lightweight Championship or the Hardcore title. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, I think another performance of the night, Yuri Prochaska, Alexander Rakic.
That was fun.
My tap, I had picked Rakic, but Prochaska, man, that dude's a samurai. He's a samurai.
That belt back.
He beat the shit.
I might not be a samurai, but in my life, in my heart, I am a samurai.
Man, everybody wanted to get that mic time last Saturday, except for Aljo, but
geez, here we go.
That sucks. But yeah, I mean, Yuri's number one, ranked number one now. He's got the loss to Pereira. We talked about Pereira's future matchups. Like, they could do the rematch, but I think Pereira's got the heavyweight tilt, possibly with Aspinall. And yeah, he could pretty much just do whatever the fuck he wants, right? Photon. So yeah, I think he fights again soon. If they decide to do it, they could do it in Brazil. Like, he wanted to have that quick turnaround. I wouldn't be surprised if they do Pereira rematch with Prochaska, but I don't know. Yeah. Yuri would have to agree to that because I think he was somewhat busted up, and we know Poton went in there and just walked him all hill down, which I want to talk about next. Somewhat controversial, but Big John, and if you know the rules of the fight game, if you get low blowed, it's up to the fighter. If they want a timeout, like, you could just that's what happened in the situation. So yeah, go ahead.
Let's take a look at what you're talking about. Is that my way, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Boom.
It was at that moment he knew he fucked up. that was my
great.
favorite part, bro.
Celebration is the best part. That was the best way to end the night.
Yo, hold up.
He steps
Let me
on his
cook.
foot too.
Let me cook.
Yeah, that's right.
People were saying he did it on purpose, bro. But let me tell you something. You know, he's fighting a southpaw. That shit happens. It happens, man.
Yep.
He's not even looking at him. It happens, dude. He steps in. It's gonna happen, man.
That's-
Southpaws. People saying he's dirty. I'm like, dude, you must be a
No,
Jamal
no,
Hill fan,
You're
Ask
right.
Conor McGregor about
Or you
that.
don't know how to fight.
bro. Did you see? You know the walk in when Pereira, you know, comes in and does his thing and does a bow. He fucking lets the arrow go. They show Jamal Hill catch it, and then he breaks it. He breaks the imaginary arrow. I'm like, dude, that's some corny shit.
That was corny.
And
as
he got
fuck.
knocked out,
That
and it was
like great
hilarious.
WWE type shit. That's what that was.
I'm not a fan of Sweet Dreams, whatever, dude. I'm not a fan of Jamal Hill.
Yeah, I'm never gonna pick him again.
I think officially,
wow.
I picked him. I fucked up too because I would have beat you on Tapology, Rudy. But
Damn,
I
bro.
officially decided though, when I get married, or maybe when I walk into work on Monday, I'm doing the Poton walk.
Yeah, me too. I do that everywhere now. Like, why are you walking like that? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
It's like,
about it.
we're at the store. We're in Walmart. Can you stop that?
No.
No.
That's my cousin did at his
When
wedding
I'm ready to
tonight.
pay.
Seeing about
That's your
that
wedding
foul
walk.
too, like
Yeah.
like there were people upset about like whatever the foul that it's supposed to be stopped. Like I want to clarify, like even Big John, go to his Twitter, his YouTube page, he clarified like that's what it is. Like it's up to the fighter. So because like to disrupt somebody's rhythm, if you want to just low blow them and that they can do that every time. It'd be like, all right, we'll low blow, and then we'll just stop the fight. Like it don't fucking work that way. It's protect yourself at all times. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And what's
picture,
good too,
bro.
like I mean,
That's a good way to end the night, though.
Poatan
That's
avenging his sensei Glover's. I mean, Jamal Hill beat the living shit out of Glover Teixeira, and Poatan's his pupil, and came back and avenged. You know, that's legit. I like that storyline of it too, as
Me
well.
too.
Nobody really mentioned that or talked about it, but because Glover's a legend, and I mean that fight was just ridiculous. Like Glover just proved that guy's one of the toughest motherfuckers that there ever was in the game. You know what I mean? From just a fight like that, and probably took 5 years off his life. You know what I mean? But Poatan in those shorts, what do you call it? The floral shorts, Max. Goats, right? Just goat shit right there.
And Jamal's like,
But I caught the arrow. How can this be?
Few moments later.
I caught the arrow. How can this be?
And I mean, he was super confident too, like coming into the fight, because I know he did have a bad Achilles tear. That's not an easy thing to come back
At
from. You know what I mean?
like a celebrity basketball game, bro. Of all things, like, what?
Wait, what?
I mean, the great Kobe
somebody,
Bryant was.
Somebody ran into him, dude, and he fell down and like he fucked up his Achilles. He was playing a celebrity basketball game.
Yeah. See, I mean that's an injury you don't fuck with, and even the great Kobe Bryant came back and was never the same again. You know, and Jamal Hill, credit to him, he was the champ. He never got beat, but now this puts a stamp on it that Poatan.
To the drawing board.
Poatan calls the shots, man. So I'll be interested to see, you know, come next Tuesday if they decide to have him main event that UFC Sao Paulo. And I think it's proper, but I'd like to see him go to heavyweight.
Excuses, bro. The excuses came out immediately. Jamal Hill said that he had broken his toe, you know, in training
almost
camp.
shut up.
Yeah, and he was fighting with a broken toe. So just so you know, that's what happened. Yeah, that's what he's saying, dude. And then it was
I want
funny
to see
because
X-rays. I want X-rays. Then I want proof.
Poatan, you know, it was revealed that Poatan was fighting with a broken toe as well. He actually broke it during training. I think there's video of it. Let me see if I can find it.
I believe that more than Hill's excuse.
Poatan's sitting on top of the world, though. He's got Diana, like his new wife or girlfriend, right? He's got the belt. UFC 300 main event, first round KO. Like that dude's sitting on top. Yeah.
See, training footage of Alex Pereira emerges. A broken toe suffered just weeks before UFC 300 KO. So check it out.
Tá ótimo, pá, tá. Agora começar. Toma pé da mão.
Tira. Puxa, puxa pra mim. Puxa. Vê se de volta.
Ouch.
He's like, just tape it up. Yeah, just tape that motherfucker up. It don't matter.
Olha se voltou. Olha se voltou. Não, tem que tirar um pouquinho.
Look at the way he just pulled it back. Like, no.
É. Vai fazer assim, ó. Vai voltar. Pra fora, pra frente. Deixa eu ver.
Oh my God. Dude.
Tá muito forte, Aí foi?
Acho que entrou, né?
Oh, did you hear that pop?
Yeah, dude. Oh my
God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Seriously.
I think
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, Alex Pereira is probably he's the last guy I would ever expect to pull out for any kind of injury, right? Like pre-fight, like he ain't pulling out. He's gonna fight.
No.
Right.
He's gonna keep going. He doesn't give no fucks.
And on that note though too, had Herb Dean paid attention to John Jones's toe, Chael Sonnen would have won by doctor stoppage and changed the fucking whole grand scheme of things. Chael's the GOAT. He defeated John Jones. Herb Dean made a mistake. Right?
He's now a Hall of Famer. Congrats, Chael.
Oh, that's right. Mark, there you go. That's what we missed. Chael fucking Sonnen is in the Hall of Fame. Or it's for the match, right? It's for the Anderson Silva fight?
Yep, for the Anderson Silva fight.
Well, he was on like fucking tiger shark steroids and shit. You know what I mean? Going into that fight. So, like, I mean, if they're going to give people Hall of Fame stuff, you know what I mean? Come on now. Like, Chael was on some shit. Like, that fight, given it was great, like, he probably should have walked away the champion, you know? But that era, totally different era. Like Rob mentioned earlier about the questionable drug testing that's going on now. Oh, man, John Jones was ready to kill somebody already over somebody at his house, right? So it's not looking good. And, yeah, I don't know. What are they testing for? You know what I mean? Really? Like,
probably nothing
cocaine.
See how hydrated he is.
They're testing to see if they have Prime Energy drink in their system because they better.
Yeah, I heard that Prime, and there's a couple other like the Celsius, like they'll give you false positives on drug tests and shit.
No
You
shit.
drink those goddamn things. Yeah, heard about that. Don't ask me where I heard it from, but yeah.
And how about Young
But, yeah.
getting put to sleep and getting woken up? How the hell did they not stop that fight? She lost that fight. She was out. That fight
Yeah,
shot
dude, that's what I'm saying. It was entertaining because they let it keep going. She was
Yeah,
out,
but-
and then she was just she
Corner,
was
I
choked
could come
out,
in and
bro.
walk into the
unconscious.
thing and ask the ref, should I wake her up? And the ref goes, yeah, because DC even mentioned it. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It's like, fuck.
I mean,
I was
and
like,
she
oh,
had her
wow.
moments through that fight.
Yeah, she
where,
did.
you know, it
It
looked like she
looks
could
like
do
Tyson
something.
Yeah,
Fury.
but waking up a fighter the way he said it is not the way he was supposed to say it. I mean, because you can't just say I'm going to wake up a fighter, because then what? You're doing something illegal. All he did was just open the nasal airways.
Oh
So
yeah,
there
When she
so
woke
there
up
can
after
be
the
more
fight, my
oxygen.
DC
mouth
was
she
saying
followed
that
through.
Daniel Cormier was saying that they busted out smelling salts.
Yeah,
And
no,
he
they
was like,
can't
I
do
think
that.
that's illegal. They can't be doing that, but they didn't
But
do that.
they didn't do that. And
I
where
know
the
they
hell
didn't do
did
that.
No, but
where the hell did the DC come up with that shit? Did he actually see it? No, he's just
Yeah,
tucking out of
exactly.
his ass like he always
he needs to.
does.
Oh damn!
Yeah, in his role.
Daniel Cormier
No,
is
but yeah, his role in the UFC, like he needs to like there's that fine line where like he's got to know the rules through and through. And I know he was making excuses for Jamal Hill as far as like that foul. So like I appreciate Big John clarifying because a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, this is dirty" or whatever. Because like it's up to the fighter. Like I've covered we've covered people that listen to the show. It's an amateur fight, professional fight, and you know, in fact, it's protect yourself at all times. When it's a foul, it's up to the fighter. Either they drop down, say it's a low blow, it's an eye poke, it's blatant, whatever. In that situation, yeah, it was minor. Like that's what I was saying earlier. Like if you want to just foul somebody to throw off their rhythm, then it'd be like somebody just wanting to fucking foul every time. Like that ain't happening. That's just not the way fights are conducted. And if you're like, who was the ref? Herb Dean. So yeah, it happened to be Herb Dean. It wasn't just like mini Brock Lesnar fucking up with the Chris Weidman fight. You know what I'm saying? So there are shitty officials out there, but can't put that one on Herb Dean. And I don't know why people were pissed about it. Like Daniel Cormier was defending Jamal Hill, but whatever. I mean,
Daniel Cormier's.
DC needs to just worry about commenting and his podcast.
or plugging, plugging that. Well, he doesn't have that shitty show with that other NFL guy. Like he doesn't know
DC and
jack shit
RC.
about.
Oh, that was.
I'm glad that show's over. Yeah, I'm so glad it's done. But he's got the bad guy now, so it's good guy.
I know Mark watched it
bad guy.
religiously.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Stop lying, bro.
I
You're gay? Does God know you're gay?
The fuck?
Oh, Rudy, we haven't played it in a while, though. So anybody that was arguing about the Jamal Hill Pereira foul, the hell to the no needs to be played. Cue it up.
Oh yeah.
Hell no.
If you thought
To the no, no, no.
that was an early
Hell to
stoppage,
the no.
no.
Hell to the no. To the no, 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 no.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the shot's fired for sure.
So what's next for Bo Nickel, do you think, guys?
What's
I
next for
don't
Bo
care.
Nickel?
Chimaev. Fuck it. Give him Chimaev and see what he's got.
That'd be fun.
That would be a fun fight.
No. Well,
Kudos
that
to
was a
Brent for
gimme.
trying,
I mean,
though.
yeah, that was a layup though fight. I mean, come on, like if you bet $10 on Brundage that night, you'd have probably cashed out like 20 grand. You know what I mean? There's no fucking way he was winning
Right?
that fight. But if Bo Nickel happened to like break his leg or something, then that would have been like a freak. You know, we've seen it happen before. So I mean,
A lot of people put their money on Brundage, dude. Like as an underdog, like I wasn't touching that with a 10-foot pole. It's like there's no way he's gonna win that. No fucking way.
Bo was going to
And-
destroy him.
Boom. Comes
Bo
in and
went out
does
there
a
and
fucking rear naked chokes him.
he did what was expected, you know, and I think that's what kind of degrades, you know, his shine is that he goes in there and he's, I guess, given cans or just people where he's expected to beat, and we know what's going to happen, and we know it always happens as expected. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that he doesn't deliver; it's just I don't know, man. I don't know why people don't like him. I like him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs a
I
better
Brundage
dance
think
is
it's
partner.
just people
offense
see
to
that
Brundage,
he,
he
you
needs a
know,
better dance partner.
he does exactly what you expect him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He whoops that
and his
ass.
next fight will probably be the same thing for the next like 3 fights,
Maybe.
unless he fights like
Why
unless
not?
they put him up against like Roman Dolidze or like somebody like give him fucking Chase Sherman or no, never mind, Chase Sherman's heavyweight, but like give him like a dog, you know what I mean? At
Chase
185. Yeah, there's a Chase Sherman mention on this show. Yeah, amazing, right? But
All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, now's the time of the show where we ask Mark, have you? No, I'm not even gonna say it. I can't say it. I don't want to say it.
Have you fingered RoboCop lately?
Have you? Have you fingered RoboCop?
No, I have not fingered
RoboCop.
Mark,
I've not
look
done
at Robert.
that. I've not done that. The fuck?
Roberto's dying, bro.
Oh my god. I can't believe we just did that. Really.
Yes.
That should be the question every time, every show now, going forward.
Yes.
We're gonna do. Hey, Mark.
What?
Now's the part of the show where we ask Mark, have you fingered RoboCop?
No, I do not finger RoboCop.
Have you guys seen my video that I posted? Well, not my video, but the video that I posted. It's a Robo Oreo. It's a story about RoboCop and the Oreos. Have you seen it?
Nah,
No, I have not.
negative.
Fucking hilarious, bro. We can see it if you want.
Yeah, I don't think our guest is going to check
Ridiculous.
it. I think his class
Well,
went into overtime.
I think he's not a real fight fan.
Brandon and Alicia for getting married today.
Who?
What?
I was saying congrats to my cousin for getting married.
Oh, congrats to your cousin for getting married. Yes, that's right.
That's where I was earlier tonight.
And then, so that's why you're all spiffed up with the smoker cap and everything, right?
Yeah.
I didn't wear the cap to the wedding though. I just had the bald head at the wedding.
Dude, we can go out with a hilarious clip of this. It's like 2 minutes long. It's hilarious, bro. It's hilarious.
But Maynes, our guest, not a real fight fan.
That was me. I did that. I became that guy. And hopefully I'm not that guy now, but I was definitely that guy to some people. And I'm sure a couple of people thought that I was, not necessarily a nice guy. I could
Roberto.
two people. And I probably wasn't.
When we were in Monessen, Pennsylvania,
This is where it gets
shooting
hilarious.
the steel mill. Peter's upstairs. We're up 2 or 3 floors. You had to go upstairs to get to him. We had an explosion behind him. We make the explosion hot. We're ready to go. I went upstairs and I was carrying, I don't know, about 8 Oreos in a stack. I'd hand him his weapon. I'd say, Peter, safety's off. And he wouldn't take the pistol. And he says, Robo wants an Oreo. And I looked at him, no. It's just you and I, Peter. Robo doesn't get an Oreo. If Peter wants an Oreo, Peter can have an Oreo. And he clip-clops in the suit over to the edge of the railing, and Peter starts bellowing, Robo wants an Oreo. And we're in the steel mill, it just echoes, Randy has Oreos, or Robo wants an Oreo. And Steve Lim over the radio goes, Randy, do you have Oreos? So I stuffed that whole stack in my mouth, and then crunched them and let them fall down 3 stories onto everybody below me. And not anymore.
Ah!
And Robo got upset.
I haven't got a damn clue about Randy Moore and his fucking Oreos. Randy Moore's a friend, but half the time I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So he's got all these stories from RoboCop. I don't remember them.
Steve Lim's going, can we get the shot and then Robo can have an Oreo? And Peter said no. So they had to cut. They were rolling. They're ready to go. Now we're hot on the explosive. They had to send a PA up the stairs. They feed him an Oreo, and now he's got Oreo in his teeth. So then the PA has to pick the Oreos out of his teeth. And then he says, okay, I'm ready. And then we shot it. So after that, Peter would always say Robo wants an Oreo. So I had a gentleman that worked with me, and his official title, it should have been the Peter Feeder, because that's what the crew called him, was the Peter Feeder, because for some reason weapons had to feed Peter Oreo.
Horrible.
Randy, love you madly. I don't believe one fucking word out of your mouth.
The Peter Feeder, dude. Robo Oreo. I love that. I love that clip, bro. That's my favorite
And with
RoboCop
that,
story.
thank you, folks, for joining Sitting Ringside. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the show tonight. That was an amazing, amazing clip there, Rudy. For
Yeah, we didn't
ending
even
the show.
get to talk about Ryan Garcia.
I know. It's all good. We'll talk about that next week after his fight, because that's what he's fighting this weekend. So don't miss out. I will have the results and the recap of that fight as well. So go check it out. Go to fightbookmma.com. All right, guys. That's it for episode number 210. David, you know what to do, brother.
Yes, sir. Another one in the books. The Migos, another Thursday night. For all the latest combat sports news around the world, around the clock, you know where to go. It's fightbookmma.com. For all our previous episodes, wherever you get your podcasts, look us up. Sitting Ringside, Fightbook MMA. Like, subscribe, share. Appreciate that. For myself, Dave Rodriguez, Rudy Lara, producer at Hand Down South, Mark Andrew Miller up north, and our Jefe the Boss, Roberto Villa. We are Sitting Ringside, episode 210. We are out. Enjoy the fights.
Oh, shit.
Be a real fight.